Welcome to the Jets 2-minute drill game review. We are presented by HCL Tech. Eric Allen alongside Quincy Enunwa. The New York Jets played in prime time Thursday night, but it's the Jacksonville Jaguars who had the prime time performance. The Jaguars came to MetLife Stadium and won 19-3. The Jets actually started off this game on the right foot. Quinnen Williams with a strip sack cue. And that set the Jets' offense up deep inside Jacksonville territory. It seemed like after that, any good moments for the Jets were few and far between.
Yeah, I mean, the Jets just played really uninspired football from the very jump. I mean, you had that great play by Quinnen Williams, but after that, there really wasn't anything to say, yeah, this is going to be a great game for the Jets. Defensively, they gave up a 96-yard drive. They may not have given up a lot of touchdowns tonight, but if we're being honest, if the game was close, the Jacksonville Jaguars could have scored many more points. If they needed to, they could have scored. They settled for field goals because they knew they didn't need touchdowns in those moments.
All right, so what do you think about what happened at the quarterback position? Zach Wilson making his second consecutive start. We saw Chris Streveler come in there in the second quarter. There was a false start, so he actually didn't get a play. But then late in the third quarter, with the Jets down by a couple scores, Robert Saleh inserted Streveler into the game.
Yeah, when they inserted Streveler, I was a little bit I don't know. I had a bunch of different emotions there. I think when you bring in a folk hero like Streveler, you got to know that the fans are already feeling some type of way about Zach, and it's not positive feelings. So when you bring in a guy that they feel is going to bring a spark, is going to excite them, is going to do a lot of things that Zach may not accomplish on the field, you got to know what you're bringing onto the field. You got to know what you're bringing into your team. So hopefully, they can figure out where they want to go for the future. But, I'm glad that Streveler was able to get some reps today. I'm glad that he was able to bring a spark because the Jets needed that. The team needed that. The defense needed that. Guys just weren't happy playing, and you could see it on their face.
Robert Saleh non-committal about the quarterback position. He said he wants to get through the weekend and then see where Mike White's at with all his medical clearances. Again, White inactive today, not cleared for contact. What do you think about the discrepancy in the trenches? We had not seen a team run like that against the Jets in a long time, and Jacksonville stuck to it. They had 24 carries in the first half. Conversely, I believe the Jets had 4 yards rushing in the first half. They didn't get anything going on the ground until Streveler actually entered the game.
Yeah, I mean, their top back had -2 yards the whole game. The defensive line was getting pushed back. The offensive line wasn't able to make anything happen. It was just an ugly game in the trenches. It just was not what you expect from the Jets defense. So, I don't know. I need to watch the film. The Jets need to watch the film. Everybody needs to watch the film over and see where they're going to go from here because that's not going to cut it. This season is already probably over. They may not make the playoffs. It's important for them to see what they have on this team and figure out how they can get better for the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting close to the regular season. The Jets have 2 road games. First up is a trip to Seattle, and then they'll finish against the Dolphins. It's hard to believe that just a few weeks ago, the Jets were in Minnesota with a 7-4 record. They had 3 consecutive shots from the 1-yard line, turned away, and now it's a 4-game losing streak. So this is going to test these guys' professionalism because Robert Saleh said it after the game. We're on the mat right now. We got to get up and put together a complete 60 minutes of football.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously right now the sentiment for all of us is, disappointment. I think tomorrow you'll be able to wash this away and really kind of reflect and see how the game really went. But, it's not going to cut it. Prime time, you want to go out there, you want to show your best, and this is not what the best is for the Jets. We've seen that over the years. We've seen it over this year. The defense has really done so many amazing things, and today you just did not see that from them. It was just time after time. Trevor Lawrence was making so many plays that it's just not characteristic of this Jets defense.
Yeah, definitely not. A disappointing night for the New York Jets. They fall to the Jacksonville Jaguars by a 19-3 score. A long weekend ahead before the Jets come back to One Jets Drive and resume work in preparation for the Seattle Seahawks. For Q, I'm Eric Allen.